Hello everyone, this is Navneeta. Now we are going to learn the topic from refraction of light at curved surfaces, that is convex and concave lenses. So when we keep an object in front of convex lens, where will be the image formed? Similarly, when we kept an object in front of the concave lens, where the image will be formed? We already learned light ray rules for spherical mirrors. Now we are going to learn light ray rules for spherical lenses, that is for convex lens and concave lens. First of all, learn about convex lens. Convex lens is a converging type of lens. Yes, to draw the ray diagrams for the convex lens, we have three rules. First of all, we need to draw principal axis. On the principal axis, may draw a point O at its center. Now take a ruler and mark the points as a F2 and 2F2 from point O. So here from point O to F2 and from F2 to 2F2, the distance must be equal. Yes. So here for example, if you are taking from O to F2, the distance is 2 centimeters. We have to take from F2 to 2F2 also 2 centimeters. Like this we have to take on the right side and left side on the principal axis. Here the O point is the optical center and this F1 and F2 are the principal foci. Now draw the convex lens. Yes, the lens must be less. Now here rules for image formation for convex lens. Now look at the rule 1. What is the rule 1 here? So a ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis. So this is the ray of light and it is parallel to the principal axis. Yes. So a ray of light which parallel to the principal axis after refraction passes through the focus on the other side of the lens. Yes. So here the ray is parallel to the principal axis and after refraction it passes through the focus on the other side of the lens. So you can see here, yes. So the refracted ray passes through the focus on the other side of the lens. So this is the rule 1. Now next rule 2. So a ray of light passing through the optical center. Right? So when the ray of light is passes through the optical center of the lens, goes straight. It emerges without any deviation. Yes, you can see here. So this is the incident ray and it meets at point O at this is the optical center. So after refraction the ray will not deviate. You can see here. So it passes through the lens in a straight line. Now rule 3. A ray of light passing to the focus after refraction becomes parallel to the principal axis. Yes. So here the ray of light, the incident ray is passing through the focus. So after refraction it is parallel to the principal axis. You can see here, right? So now these are the three rules to draw the ray diagrams for the convex lenses. So you can observe here the rule 1 and rule 2 are exactly opposite to each other. Yes, because the reversibility of light. Now we are seeing the three rules to draw the ray diagrams for the convex lens. From these three rules, we will choose only two rays. Yes, we'll choose 2 rays from a point on the object. Every time we have to choose 2 out of the 3 rules. Now see here, the rule 1. So here we have to take the object on the principal axis. Every time we have to change the position of the object. So here you can see the image of the tree. This is the object here. So in every case we have to change the position of the object. So we will get different positions of the image on the other side of the lens. How? Now we are going to see. Now see the rule 1. Sorry, case 1. So now case 1, object is beyond 2f1. Yes, we are taking the object at beyond 2f1. So how the rays are formed here? So here the rays are travel from the head of the object. Yes, so every time we have to take 2 rules out of the 3. Now see, when the ray is travel and it is passes through the principal axis, we know the ray which is parallel to the principal axis, it travels through the focus. After refraction, it passes through the focus. Yes, you can see here. Now we have to take another rule, that is second rule. We know when the ray is travel from the optic center, after refraction also it travels in a straight line. So here the interaction of the 2 light rays are observing from other side of the lens. So what are these 2 light rays intersection? Yes, the intersection of the light rays on the other side of the lens are image. Yes, so we will observe the image at this intersection of these 2 light rays. Now what are the properties of an image? So the image properties are real and inverted or virtual and upright, magnified or diminished or same size, and the position of the image. These are the properties for an image. Now we are going to check the properties of image for case 1. So when we kept object is at beyond 2f1, we observe the image at real and inverted image. Yes, so the object is at upright and we are observing the image and inverted image, and it is diminished. The size of the image is decreased here, and here what is the position of the image? Between f2 and 2f2. Yes, so this is the case 1. So when we are taking the object at beyond 2f1, we will observe the image between f2 and 2f2, and the image will be real and inverted and diminished. And next, case 2, object at 2f1. Exactly we are taking the object at 2f1. So now see, draw the ray diagrams for this. Now when the light ray is travel parallel to the principal axis, yes, when it is reaches the lens, we know the refracted rays passes through the focus. You can see here. And similarly, when the light ray passes through the optical center, after refraction, it will travel in a straight line. So here the intersection of the light rays takes place at what point? At which point? Here. We are taking the object at 2f1 and we observe That means we got the image at 2f2. Yes, and we are observing that the object and image, the heights must be equal here. Yes, the object height and image height are both equal here. Same as object height, and this is real and inverted image. The position of the image at 2f2. You can see here the image height is equal to the object height. Yes? Now, third case, between f1 and 2f1 we have to take the object. Now draw the ray diagrams for this case. Now in this case we will observe the image, that is real and inverted image, and the image will be magnified. Yes, you can see here the object height is less than image height. Yes, here the image is magnified. So when we draw the ray diagrams, you can observe that the position of the image is at beyond 2f2. So remember that when we are taking the object at between f1 and 2f1, we will observe the image at beyond 2f2, and the image will be real, inverted and magnified. Now case 4. Now we are taking the object at f1. Now take the rule 1. So when the ray is parallel to the principal axis, after refraction it passes through the focus. And take the rule 2. So here when the ray is travel through the optical center, after refraction it travels in a straight line. There is no deviation in the light ray. So here where the image will be formed, the image is at infinity, and you can observe here the two rays are parallel to each other. Yes, so here the image is highly magnified and real image and inverted image will be formed. What is the position of the image? The image is at infinity. When we take the object at f1, we will observe the image at infinity point. Now the final case 5 for the convex lens, the object between f1 and optical center. Now draw the ray diagrams for this. Now we know that we are taking the rule 1 here. When the light ray is travel through, that means when the light ray is parallel to the principal axis, it travels to the focus. And take the rule 2. When the light ray passes through the optical center, it travels in a straight path. So here we are proceeding the light ray to the backward to get an image. So here you can observe that the image is magnified, and that is a virtual image. So here the image is virtual and erect image, and that is the magnified, and that is behind the object. Yes, when we will take the object between f1 and optical center, we will observe the image at behind the object, and the image is magnified, and that is virtual and erect image. Yes, so these are the 3 rules and 5 cases to draw the ray diagrams for the convex lens.